Hello, everyone. Welcome to Mindalia TV livestream. My name is Paola, and live at Mindalia TV livestream, we have thousands of people watching the daily interviews and talks organized by MindaliaTV.com. In this occasion, we have Angel Ribo, who is a CEO consultant, TV host, international public speaker, and president of Wisdom for Kids, conducting an interview with Jennifer Cluff. Jennifer is a film producer, and along with Bill Bennett, they had created the documentary PGS, Intuition is Your Personal Guidance System. PGS explains mystical intuition. Before we start, I would like to remind you all that if you would like to help the world through Mindalia, there are a few things that you can do. One of them is to subscribe to Mindalia TV on YouTube, give us a like, or leave a positive comment down below this video. Please knowing that with these actions, you help Mindalia TV reach even more people like you who can benefit from the content of this channel. To allow your live interaction, please remember there's a chat on the side of your screen which you can use to ask the questions to our guest, who will kindly answer to all of them by the end of the interview. Without further delay, please welcome Angel Ribo and Jennifer Cluff. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Paola, and thank you very much for being here with us today, Jennifer. It's a big, big pleasure to have you here.
Oh, thank you so much, Angel. I'm really pleased to be here.
Absolutely. So, so that all the audience knows, I mean, we are in the U.S. right now, and we are so blessed to have her, among other reasons, because she's actually in Australia. It's the first time ever we do a live session outside the U.S. with Mindalia TV. So you're the first one, Jennifer. Thank you for being here. Exactly. And we are starting tonight a new series. So the reason being is that intuition, the new personal guidance system, we firmly believe is going to change a lot of things in this world. And Jennifer has a lot to see with that, along with Bill Bennett. And, we would like to start today a series in which, throughout the process of creating this amazing movie, Intuition, the Personal Guidance System, they interviewed very, very wise people all over the place. And that journey was long and was intense. But I wouldn't like to explain anything more. But what I'm trying to tell you is that every single Monday, I know today is Tuesday, but every single Monday at this very same time, which is 1 p.m. in Sydney, Australia. And
it's 1 p.m. in Sydney.
Exactly. And it's right now, I think it's 10 p.m. in Central US. So we are going to have, small snippets, small clips and live interviews with Jennifer, probably Bill, and other people that have been contributing to make this masterpiece a reality. So to start with that, what did that movie do to your life, Jennifer?
Angel, it changed my life. Absolutely changed my life. You can imagine having used your logic for all your working life, and then one day realizing that if you wanted to make a film on intuition, you just had to totally change your thinking process. And you had to think like an intuitive, and you had to work out what that was. But having taken that first step to do that, all of a sudden, the whole world of psychics, clairvoyants, religious leaders, quantum physicists, that whole world just opened for us. Prior to that, Bill had been trying to make this film for a long time using logic, and he got nowhere. And then the minute he followed a dream that told him how to do it, everything just started. It was not easy because neither of us was used to making a film intuitively, because there's a logic that you use. But once we let go of that, once he in particular let go of that, everything came forward. And this is what personal guidance system is all about, because everyone has got a personal guidance system. And once you accept that you are being guided by your own personal guidance system, then everything you've ever thought you should try or do is absolutely it's possible for you. And, we found it out in, it was a hard slog at first, but now, having made the movie, what we are doing now is allowing people to see the film and to not have to go through that hard process that we had to go through. They can see the film, and all those experts that Bill found intuitively, are there on the screen, and they are giving the most fantastic, simple steps as to how you can connect into your own personal guidance system, and you can then follow your intuition. Because there's no point in being here on Earth unless you are living the life that you're meant to lead. You're on purpose. And what your intuition does is it keeps you on purpose. And that is the purpose of your personal guidance system, to keep you on purpose, to help you. And I don't know, I can go on and on, but I don't know whether that was exactly
that's perfect.
I just cannot be, I am so passionate about the fact that everyone has a personal guidance system. And everyone's is different. It's not a one size fits all. And we've all got to step into our power and use our own system, and not look and say, well, somebody else does this, maybe I should be doing that. No. Go inside and listen to your own system, because it knows the best way, and it will, once you accept that it's there, it will teach you. And that's what happened to us. That's what happened to Bill. It taught him once he accepted that it was there. See, the interesting thing about logic, and this was a very hard lesson, logic will only teach you about the past. It doesn't know the future. Intuition knows the future. It is the realm of all possibilities. It understands the future. Logic will only keep you right where you are right now. And all the great discoveries in the world, all the extraordinary things happening in the world and have happened, great things by scientists and great thinkers and practical inventors, mums and dads, all using their intuition and making great changes. That's what leapfrogs us forward. Otherwise, we stay in the past. And right now, at this time of the most extraordinary change, we all need to be using our intuition, to be leapfrogging, to be jumping over fear, jumping over all the things that hold us back. And we can do it. This is not just about me and Bill. It's about everybody. We all need to move forward and to live up to that extraordinary potential that we all have. There's not one person on this planet right now who shouldn't be here and shouldn't be living their full potential. That's the mission of PGS, to help people do that.
Excellent. Every Monday we're going to try to do the same, to do exactly that. We're trying to give you, to help you from a different way. We're going to be talking about the intuition every Monday, but really from a different perspective. And that's why, throughout the time that it took to you, how long did it take to you to go from beginning till end, if that's something that can be mentioned?
Well, the incident that triggered my husband Bill to start the journey happened in 1999. And that was when he heard a voice that told him to slow down when he was heading toward a green light at a cross street. And he wanted to get through that green light pretty fast because he was running late. But a voice said, slow down. So he slowed down, and a gigantic truck ran the red on the other side and missed him by inches. And he if he had have understood that was his intuition, then he would never have made the film. It was because he didn't understand how you could have a voice telling you to slow down and save your life, that it took him on this journey. It took him a long, long, long time to do the research, to work out exactly what happened to him. And then he decided to make the film. And the film took a long time. So, you know, we're 2018 now, and he started the actual filming in 2014. And along the way, he has been blessed by following his intuition to meet the most extraordinary people who are all in the film.
Exactly.
And I guess it's his journey. I'm only here discussing his journey. Soon he will be here and he can discuss his journey himself. But the reason I'm so passionate is I was so blessed to have been on the journey with him and to have seen the results of what happens when you follow your intuition. So I put my hand up and go, okay, I'm giving this a go too. And it's transformative. It does change your life.
And every week we're going to be talking about intuition, about the movie, intuition, the personal guidance system from a different perspective. And we're going to be doing different kinds of, let's say, activities. And this interview or this space is going to have a different format. So
because intuition is so wide. It's so many different things. I mean, we can talk about dreams. We can talk about synchronicity. We can talk about signs. We can talk about deja vu. You then go into quantum physics. You go into all these different. There is such a wide range of things. I mean, I use music. Music is one of my big intuitive pushes. I always listen to background music, always announces itself to me, and I get answers that way. Everybody has got their own system, and it'd be fantastic to hear from people about, you know, what they think is operating within their guidance system, because there are some amazing stories out there. And I know everybody has got a story about using their intuition.
Excellent. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go to the questions from the audience. But before that, I would like to remind everybody, how can we, let's say two things. How can we know how to connect with you? Where can we find you? Where can we find Bill? And how can we actually watch the movie now?
At the moment, the film is available by Theatrical On Demand in the US through Gather Films, and the same in Australia, but through Fan Force Films. And the best way to find out about that is to go to the website, www.pgsthemovie.com, and all the information is there.
Excellent.
And if they want to follow us on Facebook, please. Jennifer Cluff, I'm there, and Bill Bennett, we're there, and you know, we follow back.
Exactly. So first question, how do you think that we can connect to our personal guidance system?
You're already connected. Number one, you've got to acknowledge, you've got to accept it's already working. That is the most important thing. You were born with it, so it is working with you. How do you work with it? First thing I would do is acknowledge that it's there. And the next thing I personally would do would be to have a few minutes each day. Just stop. Doesn't need to be long, doesn't need to be deep meditation, but just put your focus on it. And if you have, just start to pay attention to little things and try it out and see. Ask questions, see if you get any responses. If a thought comes to you, oh, I should do this, do it. Just try it, because it is always there connecting with you. And we've been trained to block it, that's all. So all you're trying to do is just free yourself up first to unblock some of those blocks. That's the first step that I would suggest. Just acknowledge that it's there and it is working with you.
Excellent. Next question. What types of guidance systems have you found on your journey while making your film?
So many people believe in guardian angels, and we all have a guardian angel. However we want to look at that, that is a system. We all have a higher self. We all are connected to source, to the divine, to God, whatever name you want to call it. We are all connected to that. That is the master system. And then once you accept, and you don't have to believe in God to believe in intuition, but once you accept that there's something larger than your physical body that wishes to protect you and work with you, that is your guidance system. But then as it comes down to you, it knows you really well. You may not know it, but it knows you really well. My system knows me really well. So it knows what I need. And it will give me what I need. It will give me the advice I need. And each person needs to step into their power and recognize how it works with them. But it is source working with us.
Good. Thank you. Let's go to the next question. What do you believe about our superior self? Is that our master or guide?
Our higher self is a higher vibration of us. It's still, my higher self is still me. It's just vibrating higher. It can see all the possibilities, which is the most amazing thing. So it knows so much that I don't know at any one time. That is my higher self. And I use my higher self, I'd like to think, a lot. I like to think I use my higher self all the time, but I know there are times when I think I know everything. And I'm just a bit of a stubborn person, and I'll just go on using my smaller self and think I have the answers, and realize that, no, I've made a very, very big mistake. I should have followed my intuition. My higher self was trying to tell me, and I didn't. That's the thing. It's just us that gets in the way. It's always there. Your higher self, everyone's higher self is working with them.
Excellent. Next question. In what ways do you see that guidance speak to you in a daily basis?
So everybody's works with them differently. The way it works with me is I will ask questions and I will get answers. And I will get answers a little bit, it's a little bit like channeling for me, but I have been working this really, really hard for a long, long time. Other people, they know it in their heart. They just know what they should do, and they know when they go against it. And other people get the gut feeling that they just get, that they just feel uncomfortable. They feel it in their gut, and they know they're not really following through with what they want to do. It's an all body thing, and it works through the subtle body, the chakra system, and it will find ways of letting you know it's there. Always it's going to let you know it's there. You just have to acknowledge it's working with you. That's all. You've got to be willing.
Excellent.
Was that the answer to the question? I get carried away.
Yeah. I think absolutely. Yeah, it is. As you said, it's lovely that you asked me. It's as you said, I think it means a different thing to everybody. So
it does, but there are lots of commonalities because we all have the same physical system. But sometimes if we've been through some tough times and our heart is not able to, it's feeling stressed, then your system is going to find another way to communicate with you. I mean, it could be a voice in your head, which is a lot of people actually hear a very loud voice giving them direction. Normally at times of life or death situations, which is remarkable. But the purpose is for us to stay here and live the life we're meant to lead. So if it's a matter of saving someone's life, they will get something quite major will happen. Then on the little things, it's a little bit like a dance, like you just get into a rhythm with it and you work with it. And it is the greatest joy. It is up to know that you are protected and you are guided. Takes a lot of effort out of life. That there will be an answer if you trust. Because lots of us are, especially today, we're under a lot of stress, and we could relax and just step back a bit, because there is a system, our personal guidance system, that is there working with us and for us so that we don't have to be taking that stress. And it will, if we are willing, it will just step in and problem solve. Surrender is a big word, and I'm not quite sure what surrender means, but I often, if I've got a problem, I just ask, please solve this. I have no idea how to solve this. You know, even if I can't get a key in a lock, because it's too dark and I can't work out which way the lock goes or which way, I'll say, you know, help me do this. And then I'll go. And then somehow miraculously, next time I try it, it works. It's pretty weird. And it's really cool. And it's really exciting once you start playing with it. But if you play just in little things, then you strengthen your faith, so that when you have big decisions, it's much easier to trust it. And I do it on little things. What clothing should I take? What, you know, if I'm packing, because I travel a lot and I'm going, you're kidding me. You know, it's going to be hot. Why can't I take a T-shirt? Okay, no T-shirts. And, you know, my last trip, I packed perfectly. But when I set out on that trip, I was like, I can't believe I've got these clothes in my bag. But everywhere we went, the temperature dropped by 10 degrees as soon as we got there. So I had the perfect wardrobe. Logic would not have given me the perfect wardrobe.
Nice. Next question. Are there signs given to us from guides in life? Maybe they appear more when we go through painful experiences.
Signs are around us all the time. A lot of people are getting the numbers at the moment. They're tuning into 444, which is, Bill will talk about that, how that was a big trigger for him starting this journey. Signs are very personal to people. And what I would take as a sign, another person may not. So I know there are lots and lots of books written about the meaning of signs. But I always like to think that because our spirit, our higher self, our guardian angel knows us really well, they're going to communicate with a sign that you will recognize. You won't miss it. You will know what it means. And another person will miss it because it wasn't meant for them. It was meant for you. So it can be something going fast on a bus, just in the periphery of your vision. It can be, I'm very good at spotting little things on the footpath as I walk along. People have picked up pieces of paper and had the answer to the question that they had on their mind at that time written on the piece of paper. That's amazing. I mean, we hear stories all the time like that. So signs, our world doesn't work the way we've been taught it works. It is quite different. And the more you can trust your intuition, the more you start to see that you live in a far more interesting world than you realized. And those signs are there for you. And then you've got a choice what you're going to do about the sign. You don't actually have to follow it. It's always free will and choice. You can maybe pick up on it in another few years' time. That's okay.
Excellent. Thank you. And the last question, how would you describe in the process to tune, how would you describe is the process to tune into our intuition? How do you personally experience it?
How do I personally experience it? Well, my system's different to other people's. Everybody's is different. I will take a decision and then think, oh, wait a minute, I haven't checked in. So I will stop and I will actually ask, should I do an interview with Angel? And then I'll wait for the answer, and the answer will come back to me and I'll go, get absolute green light. I can see a big green light. I'll go, okay, I'm doing the interview with Angel. The fact that my logic would go, no, I don't think so. I'm way too shy and I don't really want to do that. That would have been my logical response, but my internal response is a big green light. So everybody knows this. They actually do know how to do this. It's just that it hasn't been given enough credibility. They haven't been encouraged to do it. They've been meant to just use a part of the brain that deals in logic that's exhausted. It's having to overwork. There are other parts in the body that are cleverer and can give you heaps of information more than the brain, because this is all really stressed at the moment for everybody. And I know mine is, so I try very hard to use other chakras, other very clever parts of the physical system that everyone has.
Excellent. Good. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Again, I would like you to remind everybody, where can we find you? Where can we find Bill? And where can we find or where can we know more about the movie PGS, Intuition, the Personal Guidance System?
Thank you. If you go to our website, www.pgsthemovie.com, that's the best place for finding out about us. And it's Bill Bennett on Facebook, or PGS the Movie on Facebook. And I'm Jennifer Cluff. You can find me on Facebook. And soon there'll be a book of the movie coming out, and we'll tell everybody about that. So, yep, that's the simplest, www.pgsthemovie.com.
Excellent. So thank you very much for being here with us tonight. It's been a pleasure to have you here. We'll see you again on Monday.
You'll see
next
me
week.
on Monday, and hopefully after that it'll be Bill the following.
Okay, good. And again, to Mindalia TV audience, what we're going to do is we're going to bring you, different perspectives about intuition every single week from now on. Again, it's 1 p.m. in Sydney, Australia. It's 8 p.m. when we started, 8 p.m. Every Monday, U.S. Pacific time. All right. So again, thank you very much for being here. Again, this is Angel Ribo for Mindalia TV, and thank you very much, everyone, for being here today. We'll see you again next Monday. Bye-bye.